Hey guys, Austin here again. So today, um, 8th video of the Vim Technique series now, and today's topic is auto command. As I said in the previous video, that this one going to be related in chain or the following up of the videos for the previous one, the 7th one about the equal indentation command. Um, yeah, is it related in the application kind of things, because the previous video I present you with the problem that in the STL implementation header files, if we saw keep peek into the source code inside the header files of it, the code is not aligned properly. So we solved it already in the previous one with the equal command. But what else for the more automate solution to fix this, so we have no need to do it every single time we open the files, and then when we exit it's gonna ask that okay, you have modified the buffer, you have to save it or not, something like that you didn't save yet. So it's quite one or two things get in the way for us to do the work. So yeah, on the screen, and you can see here, this is the things that present as the problem is since the previous video. So we're gonna do solve the problem in this video again, but with more automated one, and we're gonna make use of the auto command. So okay, auto command, what is this? It is the kind of things that will execute automatically when certain kind of event for the file itself when you open will happen. Something like, okay, in this case, when it complete the reading process, in the post of the reading process, and for the pattern that you also specify in the auto command as well. Okay, for the files, all the files, header file inside of the STL directory include file here, and when we completely rate it, what kind of thing we want to do. So we make sure that the tab stop, number of space for the tab and things like that, indentation when we edit it, kind of things like that. We just make sure this, set it up, and then after that we gonna execute the command in a normal mode, that is to indent. I present this particularly indent solution as part of the previous video already. So yeah, so this is the kind of the user pattern for the auto command. So you start with auto command, what kind of event here, and the path. And I'm gonna present you a little bit more complicated example. So we have 3 kind of example here today, so I'm gonna show you. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the first one. So if we want to execute multiple command, multiple of Vim command, we're gonna change it via pipe symbol here. Okay, so yeah, in most cases, you usually don't need this kind of thing, but it's up to your preference, or just make sure that the tab stop is set properly, because most of the code I edited, I'm gonna set the tab stop to 4, things like that. We can talk about the detail about tab stop later in another video, but yeah, the most important thing is that normal mode, execute this command, GG. Okay, so I save this, and then I'm gonna open that future header file again. So right this time we're gonna see, so right immediately when you open it, on the lower left of the screen it's gonna show you that 1756 lines indented, and we have no need to do it manually like before. We open it, the Vim gonna do it automatically. So let's pick to the particular location that has problem. Actually all of the lines has problem, so but this one is more clear to you. As you can see here, it's already properly in line. No need to do anything else. And when you exit the file, Q is not going to ask you that, okay, you have modified something like that. From my belief, I didn't peek into the source code of the Vim yet. I believe that because auto command will execute the things after it completely read it, and when we do this, all the things happen before Vim we're gonna activate or make use of the undo or redo or the kind of thing that gonna detect that the current buffer is changed or something like that. So what we just do with that particular line, from my belief, interpreted from things that we saw just solve the effect, is that we just modify the things, the content that we read as the buffer and then represent to us just that, and treat it as the original file. Yeah, it doesn't save or damage the original of the future header file or things like that, because that's not what our intended. If you like let's see this. If you disable this command, we disable already, and then we go to the future again, you're gonna see that it's go back to the same problem, because this is the proof that we didn't save, or the operation that we did with auto command didn't save or damage, make change to the original file. So we're good to go in this case. Yeah, we're good to go in this case. So yeah. Okay, the first one is already, we saw already how it can be useful. Okay, let's go to the next example. For the next example, what we want to do is that I have a source file, maybe C, C++, or anything like that. Maybe you write the program in Python or something like that. When you save the files, you want to do something. It's like a save the files. Maybe you want to git add, commit it, or maybe you want to do something automated. Okay, but in this case, after I write it, I want to just, for example, for simple case, might not be in the real world. I wanna lock it that the current user of the Linux system, although in this case I use Windows Linux subsystem, modify the files at what time and date into the log appended. Okay, in temp log.log. Okay, so let's jump right to that example. And okay, so this is the source file that I have. This is just the simple that just do nothing in the source file. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that after I go to these files and then I write it, the thing is that it's gonna execute it, that command as I show you earlier. It's gonna show you here, and let's peek into that log files. You're gonna see that, okay, the last one, because I execute something. Let's go clean. Okay. Remove it. Okay. Let's go clean again, because the earlier files I test with it, save it, it's executing, and then we go to log files. You can see explore modify file at this is the result from the date command. And do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Save, and then I'm gonna split and then look into that, and now you're gonna see that it's two lines now, and the time, yeah, this is one of the latest. This kind of thing can be happen. So from this particular simple case example that present to you, we can go to the next one, more complicated. That is, imagine that after you write the files, you want to automatically build the executable, build the share library of it, and then execute it Yeah, so let's jump right to the example 2. Clear this first, and okay, no. What this program do is that let's see the file structure of it first. Okay, clean first. Yeah. What I have is that I have util.cpp and util.h. This is the library, and main.cpp make use of this library, include the header files, and also make call to the library function here inside. And this is not neat. Okay, and yeah, and that's it. So what we do in the Vim RC that you just saw is that I hooked it up with the after the event of write happened to both of the CPP files and .h file. I'm gonna go back to triple star here soon. Yeah, if we write to the CPP or .h file inside of the sample2 directory, no matter how many maybe it live into the like a subdirectory there. So if we modify the file there inside that, we gonna execute make test. We can go to the file makes test here and see that test is gonna execute all of the target. So all target is gonna depend on main, and main is gonna build library and also build the executable. And library here it depends on libutil.so, and libutil.so depend on, this is just the particular of like a normal workflow inside Makefiles. So all the things are going to pause here for 5 seconds for you to see, but the concept is that it's built both of the share library to be consumed by the main CPP files and then executed, because we execute this to this target, right? Okay, so okay, and if we try to do it here manually, make test is gonna build library first, and then compile library first, build the share library into libutil.so, and then compile the main.cpp files here, and then link it into the executable with the share library that we just built, and then execute it, and the result, ni hao. Okay, because the things here, this is the library, it's just random inside, and then this is gonna print hi, swadika, ni hao, or guten tag. So it is no need to worry about it, of course it's okay. So if I going to execute the main.out again, it's gonna be randomly go through this kind of thing, and if I make test again, okay, it is already built, so it's gonna execute. So okay, now let's see if I make change to certain files, I write it, okay, it's gonna try to go through the make files process, build only what changed because we already properly write out the make files already, so it's gonna build the main executable only, and then link it again and execute for us as well. So with this kind of thing, you can think about the possibility that you might want, maybe after the write the files, you build it, you send the result to the server, you send the email via MUT or something like that. It's endless possibility. So yeah. Okay, let's jump right back to the auto command. Actually, there's another style that we can do, because this one is going to like maybe, oh no, I have to explain you first, because about the triple star, right? Actually, triple star is this. is the double star and star combined together. And you can read more about double star by go to the Vim help of star, and it's gonna go you through the things. But initially the star is like a recursive. If you have something like this, it means that all of the sub-directories just recursively search inside that. Anything can match. Yeah, if you have dir1 inside sample2 and dir2 inside the dir1 and dir1 inside sample2, we're gonna go through that. There's also a limit on that, like a 30 by default, but it can go up to 100 of maximum directory depth. But in this case, okay, yeah. And you combine with the star because this is the file names. Yeah, I gonna always treat that double star means directory, and star gonna intentionally clearly and better to mean the files. But if you have no like a .cpp, it means that any files. Okay, so it's combined like this. So any cpp files recursively inside any subdirectory inside of sample2 and also .h file as well, then we're gonna do this. Okay, so make this is clear now. Yeah, so can quickly jump back to the first one again as well. So as you can see here, recursively any subdirectory inside the C++, and then any header file inside that, because inside of this C++ directory is going to be version number of the GCC right 9, 10 or something like that. So any of it and any file of that particular version. Okay, so this one, another style of the same effect that we just saw to you for example is that you can split the command into two lines here like this. Okay, first one for the CPP and another one for the .h file. Yeah, and it's gonna have the same effects. So I jump right back to this again and then try to maybe modify this time the .h files and then write it. Boom, the same effect. It's gonna in this case, because .h file for the U2 that target of the lib inside Makefiles exchange, so it's gonna build only the library and share library files. Yeah, and then execute main. Yeah. So let's see if I make clean, so everything clean, and I'm gonna modify .h. So no things is built just yet. So I save it. It's gonna build everything for us. It depends on the makefile that you wrote. So we're gonna execute. Yeah. So that's it. This is auto command. And yeah. So to recap, lastly for today's topic, auto command, as you can see, you can read more about the event here. You can buff read, and then you're gonna read all the events on the left side. Buff unload, buff win enter, buff will leave, something like that. Buff write out, buff write command or something like that. Particular one that you, yeah. But mostly we're gonna target on the buff list and buff write. Yeah. So auto command pattern. Auto command followed by the event that you wanna hook it up, and what kind of pattern the files part. And this one, the whole thing is going to be your command. Yeah, and you change the command with ARM operation, ARM symbol. Yeah, when you want to execute Vim in normal mode, so you're gonna go no, something like this, and that's it. And you can split if you have multiple extension of files to apply to the auto command, so you can split into this style as well. Yeah, and you can see here, yeah, cd into this directory and then execute make test. Yeah, and it's need only one exclamation point to execute the command. And that's it. I think it's going to be useful for automate something to increase the productivity for your workflow. And let's see next time. Thank you.